Is everything all right? I can hear tires screeching.
These windows have great visibility. Wouldn't you agree? You wouldn't even know they were there.
Indeed.
They're 110 millimeters thick. Worst case scenario, she can even move without wheels. Asuka, then. Anyway, this car you've chosen for your little hitchhike could put an insurance company to cover it. Do you know why that is?
Well, yes I do. Because you're the 76th President of the United States, and this is your personal car. A little flashier than I would have chosen on my way to proposed demilitarization at G4, but nonetheless.
I agree with you there.
I do apologize for forcing my way in like this. I had considered alternative approaches, but...
Save the explanation for later. For now, we need to get all these eyes off us.
Our intrepid reporters can confirm firsthand that the gear maker is currently seated in the president's car.
That is correct. It seems that the most heinous criminal in
are reporting that he was speaking with
the mastermind behind
now there's a possibility
crimes
that
during
this
the
may
Crusade.
be a copycat.
The monikers That Man and the Gearmaker should be familiar to anyone who's ever opened a history textbook.
until now.
Some speculate that he may be involved with the United States' expected demilitarization announcement.
Citizens have started to gather in protest, resulting in confusion.
Be wary of the recent spread of unfounded speculation. As of now, we don't have any confirmation.
He's a man of many names, but perhaps we should call him by the one most familiar to us. The Devil.
Vultures, all of them. They can spot prey from a mile away.
Oh, actually, I leaked the story to them.
You don't say. Wait, huh?
I hate to say it, but you heard that right.
It was a necessity. I want my actions to be just as transparent as the glass of this window. I know that my request is unreasonable, but...
You call it a request. With all those eyes on us, this is a demand. You might not realize, but if the pen is mightier than the sword, then the microphone's stronger than a cannon.
You're supposedly the mastermind behind a 100-year war. Whether that's true or not, it's what the people believe. If the victims of that conflict or their families are nearby, they aren't just here to get a look at you.
Huh?
Get down!
So it is you. That's a negative, boss. Looks like the other one is in Illyria.
Skies sure are clear. We're going to need a 43rd manual, Mr. President.
Worry about that after
Mr. Asuka, they...
Confinement.
For you? I don't think there's a cell in this world that could hold you.
No, not for me. For the tome.
The tome? You mean the Tome of Origin?
To be more precise, I need a place that cannot be accessed by any outside force. One that cannot be forced open by any weapon or spell, no matter how strong.
Now I see.
So, like Alcatraz?
No, Mr. President. He's referring to an even safer location. The Presidential Emergency Operations Center. In other words, the White House.
This ain't good. A soul bad guy. I saw you in the newspaper, you know.
You can read. Shit, you're smarter than I thought. How about you read this for me?
Ooh, who's that handsome devil?
Come on, read it. says you're worth 2 months' worth of meals.
2 whole months? Figured a big world-saving hero would have more expensive tastes. Shouldn't you be putting up your feet at the castle right now? What are you doing out here, bounty hunting?
Do I look like I got any table manners? Hold on now. Hear me out. I get it. Between the name and the look, I can seem a little scary. But you make the right choice here, and I'll show you my softer side.
Don't screw with me! Huh?
That was the wrong choice.
No freaking way!
Who the I'm with him.
Damn it! You monster!
That's Mr. Monster to you. The Army didn't burn their morals and budget 100 years ago to make someone you could disrespect.
You mean Asuka, right?
Huh?
It wasn't the Army who made you. It was Asuka.
This guy sure as hell doesn't need to know that. Due time.
Our citizens have both freedom of thought and freedom of speech. They may voice their complaints to the government as they see fit. This is a democracy, after all. In short, Kai, our administration is not a popular one.
You telling me that someone came to complain about a top security containment cell 300 meters underground?
You catch on quickly.
And you chose to leave the comfort of the castle and come take a look for yourself.
I didn't plan on doing so, until I heard that the first king himself was inspecting the site. Are you really so desperate for supporters?
In terms of pure accomplishment, people say I should be the third king.
Lines like that are why you keep making enemies. What are the damages?
32 injured, and the sturdiest door in the castle kicked down.
What was stolen?
Nothing. Nothing I could include in a report, at any rate. The culprit took something from Aerials. Whether that's a weapon, a power, or something else we should be afraid of, I couldn't say.
It's as if we're cursed. How has it only been 3 weeks? 3 weeks between the end of the war and our culprit deciding to shake things up again. What did you say her name was?
Ino. If you're planning on becoming a detective, you chose one hell of a first case.
This is an extensive criminal record. If even half of these accusations are true, then 10 life sentences wouldn't be enough. And she's a combat genius with the ability to move through time? It's no wonder the police and the military have thrown in the towel.
Spare us the barbs and read, would you?
Barbs? I like to think of them as staples, holding the pages together. Otherwise, it's an endless list of excuses for why Ino's running wild. But on that note, Leo, I do have one question about all of this. What is her goal?
All of our info's on those pages in your hand.
She's the strongest performance criminal in history. Other than that, we don't know a thing.
Even where she came from?
We don't even know if Ino's her real name.
Saves me the trouble of looking her up in the registry, at least.
She's been known to work with the Gearmaker. Though again, we can't say why. Or at least she was working with him until recently.
What makes this time any different?
She's never made a move this big before. Not to brag, but I'm a video surveillance fiend. If I caught it on camera, I could track a flea to the end of the world. But Eno destroyed all the footage from last night.
Of course. That's criminal behavior 101.
Not for her. Usually she wants the spotlight. But this time, she didn't want to be seen.
She was hiding something, which can only mean she's got a sequel in the works.
How grateful I am that we have your brain. But what is it about this that has you so rattled?
The timing. It's too close to the G4 summit for this to be a coincidence. And we've got two troublemakers in play here. The Gearmaker and Eno. They may have different motives, but I can't imagine their actions are entirely unrelated. When two tornadoes collide, they create an even bigger storm.
You're right. The timing couldn't be worse. We need to put an end to all this. Or rather, we need a tornado that can snuff out the other tornadoes.
Daryl.
Sole bad guy is still a bounty hunter, is he not?
The man spent 100 years trying to get his life back.
It's not that I don't appreciate what he's gone through, but heroes are put on a different pedestal. We shower them with praise because we expect them to risk their lives.
Making sure he won't fall off?
Just about done.
Okay.
Hey, Jacko, careful with that. I just put it together, so it's not stable yet.
What? Is it gonna blow up or something?
Yeah, and take the whole damn mountain with it. And that's before I even got batteries in the thing.
Well, that's terrifying. You really want me to carry this around?
You ever get an entire century to tinker away at a hobby? You'd be amazed at what you can make.
Huh? You call this a hobby? That's a little aggressive.
No different than brand name clothes or jewels. Think of it as a bouquet of roses, and handle it that way, too.
Maybe I'd know how if you ever gave me any.
Ha! By the way, don't pull a stunt like that again.
Huh?
You're a regular human now.
Biologically, you mean?
You know what I mean. Wouldn't you have rather stayed back at the castle?
Arya's still in here. I'm nothing more than a temporary replacement personality. Just an AI put in place to steer this body. Save that question for when your real girlfriend is back.
I'm asking you.
I have no desires beyond fulfilling my role.
And your role wants you here with me.
Am I the one who was at your side for 10 years? I have 1,000 years worth of knowledge of my role. And not even 1 year's knowledge of this world. Besides, what would you do if I did say I wanted to stay at the castle?
I tell you, too bad.
You smell that? Dust and plants everywhere.
And, you're happy about that?
You try spending all day locked in a windowless room. Then you'll get it. I was stuck in one for 100 years. What'd you pull me out for, anyway? It's my fault you lost your power. You want it back, right? Look, I know it sounds cheesy, but it'll make you a god. Does that intrigue you?
Does it matter?
Sure does.
That's an awfully personal question.
There's a reason behind this world. Things only ever start to exist when there's a reason for them to. Even me. As long as you exist, you're needed by something. I was wondering if, for me, that something was you.
Fallen for me, have you?
Your power, at least.
What else is there?
I realize this may sound a bit contradictory now, but I've never been big on the idea of fate. So even if we only know, I don't know, 4% of what makes up the universe, discovering the remaining 96% doesn't really interest me. Neither does wealth, honor, influence. The most important thing for me is drama. What kind of story are you about to write for us?
The god who made me did so with a tequila in hand. If he could do that, I can do anything. But what I want is simple. A future.
Well, that is interesting. Happy Chaos.
Happy?
My name. You're my boss. And I'm gonna be your sacrifice.
Avalon, this is Firefly 3. Special patrol complete. Requesting permission to RTB.
Avalon Clay confirming Firefly's patrol logged is complete. Return to base, Firefly.
Mr. Asuka, I won't ask you to walk with your eyes closed, but try to save your curiosity for the guided tour.
Oh, right.
I really don't mean to be so uptight, but this is a highly restricted area, which is, to be fair, exactly what you asked for. The most difficult room in the world to enter. Though I hope you don't expect 5-star luxury.
So it's just through this door?
No, that room's just a room. You could just open the door and walk right out for a coffee.
Quite the antique, isn't it? The White House hasn't changed since the Crusades. It's got little shelters and hideaways all over the place.
I'm rather used to this sort of environment.
Meanwhile, I don't even know what's safe to touch.
Good. It hasn't changed.
Asuka.
Coming. This should suit me perfectly.
Do you have many friends? I'm afraid that all private communication from this bunker is strictly forbidden.
Signal blocking, I presume?
That's right. communication's less forbidden than it is impossible. This room uses 13th generation AES encryption, the highest standard of security in the universe. So, make your personal calls now, before your friends start to wonder where you've disappeared to.
Oh, thank you, but I don't believe that will be necessary.
He's awfully unassuming for the devil.
Yeah, I'm almost disappointed, to be honest.
Whoa. What are you?
Don't panic. See? Sorry.
What are they up to in there?
Chief, Secretary Dickinson has already arrived.
That's why we're in such a hurry.
Honestly, I'm not sure if this whole exercise is really worth our time. I mean, the Secretary is stronger than all of us agents combined.
Yeah, and he's pissed off that we let the Gearmaker into the compound. Being late may cost us some trust, sure, but skipping this training would cost us our lives.
Tell that to Geo.
A little early for moon watching, isn't it?
It's too gloomy indoors.
It'll get a lot gloomier if you piss off the Secretary. Come on, we got a training exercise to get to.
You recommended me for the Secret Service, remember? I read the brief. I know what I'm doing.
Oh? Did it say anything about paying you to take a nap? You're so much stronger than I am, yet you still haven't earned this badge. Why is that, Giovanna?
Because it looks incredibly stupid.
I don't disagree, but don't go around saying that, got it? This was designed by the President himself.
Did he design that ugly shirt, too?
Enough already. Just prepare for your training. And button up your shirt.
But then how will I catch a good man?
Sure didn't work on me.
Now, Oscar. I think I've got a good read on you. I've seen that you're a good man. The people who don't know you may say you're the devil, but it doesn't seem like you're looking to cause trouble. That's why I opted to grant your request. But now that I've done so, mind telling me why you're really here?
You said that you wanted to protect the tome. Do you intend to remain within these walls forever? We aren't idiots. We realize that your surrender coincides with the G4 summit, and you'll be right under the representatives from the 4 most powerful nations in the world. So what exactly do you intend to do?
Rather than protecting the tome per se, I want to erase it from mankind's history. It's been done before. Are you familiar with Project Tir na Nog?
Impossible. That's just an urban legend.
Fill me in.
People say there's a massive strategic weapon hidden somewhere within the White House. But that's a completely unfounded rumor.
As the former president, Miss Bartholomew, you would know. It is indeed mere gossip. But what makes it a rumor of note? is that the truth is far more surprising. The Crusades may be over, but many sad relics of the era remain, lying dormant and undiscovered. Some of which are extremely dangerous. I consider it my duty to eliminate them all.
Huh? And you intend to raise this issue at G4?
The blame for the Crusades rests solely on my shoulders. I put humanity on the brink of extinction. There's very little difference between a good statue and an evil bystander. For too long, I've chosen to avert my eyes. But if there are two things I truly need to erase from this world, they are the Tome of Origin and Soul Bad Guy.
This is where we could finally see each other. Just one last time. Huh? What was all that? It wasn't real. Was it the past? No. Maybe the future? Huh? Oh well, does that mean he's gonna show up here?
Thought you said you hated the castle.
If you had royalty in your family, you'd get it.
What sort of treat is the king dangling in front of you this time?
I'm not a dog, you know.
But you are a son of a bitch!
Oh, like you're one to talk. Well, if you're not a dog, I guess we don't have to worry about feeding you then.
Wait, let's not be hasty here.
The king's got him well trained too. He wouldn't go to the castle when I asked.
Stow it. We get to skip the bounty processing phase and turn him in at the castle anyway. Listen, Kai accepted my terms.
Terms?
I'll tell you later. You really like chatting that much?
Yeah.
Then save your questions for this evening. We've got a whole day before we reach the castle.
Hey, just how often is the world in danger anyway?
Evening already? Time flies.
Frederick?
Yeah?
You're smiling.
So what?
We talked with our friends once about the nature of human happiness. And my answer was different than everyone else's. I may have a human body now, but my role, protecting the world, is all that's left to me. So maybe the human one here is you. You still haven't realized it yet. Huh?
I'm not certain about this room just yet, but everything else is just as I remember it. Finally. I'm finally here. Asuka R. Kreutz. For the first time ever, you exist.
So that's the infamous Gearmaker. I never imagined I'd get to see his face.
Looks awful young to me. You sure he's the real deal?
His power is, at the very least. He even offered us a little present. A historical record written by that man himself.
Christmas came early this year, I see. Assuming he's only here to talk, that is.
Oh, I'd be the first to tell you that Asuka's no Santa Claus.
But he came on down the chimney and entered our home. If he ain't Santa, then I'm afraid I gotta see him out.
I'd like to believe Asuka's being honest with us. He understands the purpose of the G4 Summit.
In by purpose, you mean taking out Soul Bad Guy? The man who saved the world?
Well, I must admit, I couldn't get Asuka to reveal his true intentions. So we'll all be keeping our cards close to our chest until the day of the summit.
It's undeniable that Soul poses a real risk. Perhaps Asuka intends to subvert our plans for him.
Could well be, but let's just table this issue for now and move on.
Wait, there's more?
Based on this morning's report, it seems we got ourselves 2 Santas.
Our second Santa's name is Eno. She's an internationally wanted criminal. The Illyrian government has designated her a potential terrorist as well.
A terrorist? Then what's she after?
It seems they have no clue.
She's a total unknown, from her motive to her plan to her whereabouts. I'd say she's a ghost, but we'd probably have more intel on her if she was. All we know is that the Illyrian army, the strongest military force in the world, have got themselves a name for her. The Calamity. And she's chosen this moment to make her move.
They haven't said so outright, but Illyria might be hoping that we'll cancel G4.
When we don't even know where this woman is or what she wants?
That's the problem. We don't know just how dangerous Eno could be, or how the Gearmaker might respond if the G4 Summit's canceled.
That's true. He seems peaceful enough now, but he wouldn't have to come to the table just to have it overturned.
We're between a rock and a hard place.
Dickinson, our demilitarization promises aren't just some vote-grabbing scheme, correct? We're building a new generation, a new era of peace. People will only follow a leader if that leader's moving forward.
I have to admit, you surprised me. I thought you'd prioritize national security over all else.
I don't trust the Gearmaker as far as I can throw him. If he's so innocent, then who's responsible for the scars that have been raked across our history? Is That man somehow two different people? All that being said, protecting our country means protecting the ideals and people our president believes in. Besides, how could I say no to those eyes?
It's not like we have the time to be squabbling amongst ourselves anyway.
Still, Erica, what are we gonna do about Sol? We can't exactly mosey on up to him and ask him to take a comfy seat in the electric chair.
I know how the president would respond, so I've already made a few arrangements. Even if they did involve a little white lie.
Kai.
Leo.
I heard the news. So the U.S. sent us a summons letter for Sol.
That's right. The presence of the Gearmaker has done nothing to slow their plans to hold G4. They're asking Sol to come as a knight.
Americans don't even know how to make sausage right. Eno is on the move, and they're holding a party. It doesn't take a genius to see how this ends.
President Vernon is quite passionate about making G4 a success. Between that and his demilitarization plan, he truly does hope to change the world. Which means our only course of action now is to capture Eno, just like Daryl said.
I almost forgot. You may look like an honor student, but you're a hot-blooded fool. Why does this always happen whenever I'm about to go home? I must be cursed. What? What is it?
It's just that the word cursed coming out of your mouth is starting to sound all too familiar.
The hell's that supposed to mean?
So, it's my birthday. You asked me to spend some time with you. And it's for work.
Sorry, work's all I'm any good for.
Is that machine code? What year is it?
Hey, Magic Machine hybrids are plenty modern. This is Rose. It was a popular programming language a long, long time ago. Here, I'm gonna call an undeclared variable.
Won't that result in an error?
That's normally how it works.
Oh, is there something hidden in the error message?
Could you stop being so perceptive?
Could you stop being so mysterious? Fine, fine. I'll wait till you're ready to pull the curtain back.
Well, shit. Now this is just awkward. That's what I get for trying to be clever, I guess.
A ring?
Well, yeah.
A digital one?
Yeah, sorry. The real one wasn't quite ready in time. Did I screw things up?
Frederick, if I were to vanish from this world, what could I leave behind for you?
What? Hey!
But I want to leave you something to remember too.
All right then, let's see. How about your hat?
My hat?
Yeah, the forecast said it was going to be overcast the whole day. You gotta be some kind of eccentric to wear a hat on a day like today.
Wow, way to kill the mood. But sure. If it can help you remember this moment, you and me, together, under the cloudy sky, then my hat is all yours. And maybe that way, I can always be by your side.
Tree, tree, tree. Tree, tree, tree.
Keep that up for the whole ride and you'll lose your mind.
This might be news to you, but I can teleport instantaneously.
People these days, it's about the journey, not the destination. You've confused your goals for your duties, and it's stressing you all out. You see, and forgive me if I'm being indelicate here, you're cursed. You were born without something that humans need. Desire. And unlike the common cold, it's not something you can fix with some ginger tea and a nice bath. Oh, no. Yet, miraculously, you still awaken to your emotions. Society granted them to you.
So what? Do you want me to start singing culture's praises? In a convertible? Once you confuse cost for class, you lose sight of yourself, you know.
Spare the philosophy. I don't even have a self to lose sight of.
Oh, come on. You're telling me your pointy head's empty.
Not exactly. Problem is, there's too much in here.
Isn't it about time you tell me where we're headed?
Oh, right. Let's start at the very beginning. We need a special book. That's how we can get you your power back. But we've got 3 problems to deal with. First, Asuka, the owner of said book, is in the White House, and I don't have a clue what's going on in there. Second, if G4 gets canceled because of us, our boy Asuka might run away. I can take care of the first problem on my own. I'll let you deal with the second. The real issue is the third one. Any guesses what it might be?
The flame of corruption. Sole bad guy. Our plan's completely shot to shit if he shows up.
Bingo! Which is why we're headed where we're headed. We're gonna pick up something we need. Manpower.
I didn't think this would be ready for a while. You sure I can have it?
It is a fairly hefty reward just for showing up. I won't ask what you plan to do with it, but try not to cause too much trouble.
Yeah, by the way, what's up with the new look?
Hmm? Oh, you mean my clothes? It's nice to not be so formal all the time. Besides, right now, King Kai Kisuke is officially out on an expedition.
What'd you screw up this time?
I merely said that I plan to make my family public at G4.
You could at least pretend to play nice with the new Conclave.
It wasn't an easy choice. Unlike my wardrobe, family isn't something you can put on and take off. This year, even Leo agreed with me.
Just think what your conviction will cost you in taxes. So, what'd you call me for?
There's something I want you to see first.
Red, blue, yellow. When you put all these beautiful colors together, it all becomes black. But polish that black surface enough, and it will show you your reflection. Please, stop, Eno.
What am I looking at here?
The former Sanctus Maximus Populi, Aerials.
Hardly looks like the one I know. What the hell happened to her?
I wish I knew. The reports say that Eno showed up and took something from her.
Eno?
Yeah. I'd press Aerials for more details, but I can't get anything out of her in this state.
I get it now. Listen, nobody out there has a sharper tongue than Eno does. Probably knocked her down a peg. Aerials is still down in the dumps from whatever verbal beatdown Eno dished out, that's all. No.
What? Listen.
No.
At least let me...
I said no.
I haven't even said anything yet.
I know what you're going to say.
You think I'm trying to put you to work?
It's what you wanted every other time.
I wish I could have a word with my past self. Though I have a few complaints for you as well. Whenever people need something from you, they come to me.
And what's that?
Not much of a segue, but it's the other reason I called you here.
A summons for Knights. A request for security at G4, huh?
The United States has specifically requested you.
Aren't they supposed to be throwing away their weapons? I know they know what my alias is.
That's not all. They're calling for all countries involved in G4 to help with security. They've also shared confidential information in the hopes of facilitating that. Even after we told them we'd hire specialists.
Since when did the summit become a battlefield?
You never did keep up with the news, did you? The Gearmaker will be taking part in G4.
And all while Eno's making the rounds. Why is Vernon so in love with this summit? Can he cancel the damn thing?
We can't let talk of peace be drowned out by threats of violence. Perhaps that's his line of thinking. In any case, I have a bad feeling about this that I just can't shake.
Soul bad guy. I know you're there. Stop her. Before it's too late. Stop Eno. The future is coming to attack us.
It'll have to wait a few days. We're leaving.
What's the job this time?
I'll tell you later.
Then you accepted it, huh? I bet that king was a champion breeder in another life.
Ugh. I told you, I'm not some damn dog. Sounds like someone doesn't want her present.
Tell me it's Rose's. Izeo inspection permit. Izeo is in the level 4 isolation zone?
That's our next stop.
Huh? Why?
We're going on vacation.
In a military zone that's been abandoned for 20 years?
Don't think too hard about it. Work or vacation? Say it.
Huh?
Not huh. Work or vacation.
Work or vacation?
I can't hear you. Work or vacation?
Work or vacation?
Louder!
Work or vacation?
That's more like it. Which would you choose?
Vacation?
Good answer.
Can work really wait?
This one's a real mess. Eno's all mixed up in it. Sounds like she took something from Aerials.
Still haven't found it yet?
Hey?
People come here to shop. So it's hard not to notice the same guy showing up every day without even one bag in hand. You're looking for something, aren't you?
Yeah, something like that. Name's Axel.
Well, hello, Axel.
So, the truth is, I've got superpowers. I know something bad's gonna happen soon. Here, I mean. I can feel it. So, Mr. Observant, you see anyone suspicious around here lately? I'm kidding! Can't even bend a spoon.
Oh, phew. You really had me going there.
This place is my go-to date spot, you see.
Did you get separated from your girlfriend?
Yeah, a few decades ago.
Ah, so that's how it is. Plenty of people come here in search of their past. They can't find a new path for themselves, so they just gaze down the one that got cut off somewhere along the way. But really, it's not that their path went away. They just can't see it anymore. They've forgotten how to look for it.
Do you think we could remember how?
Sure, it's not so complicated. This one's on the house. Just don't get so stuck on the past that you miss out on all there is to see in the present.
Thanks, mate. This again.
Scales. A well-calibrated scale uses counterweights to keep itself from breaking. Order, systems, stability. A scale that doesn't move is no scale at all. That's not allowed. The world as we see it is shaped by mankind's emotions. Your conclusion is meaningless.
Who are you?
Axel Love. Haven't seen you since 2192.
Yeah, I think I remember if we met before. Where are you from?
Somewhere very deep.
Something's going to happen, isn't it? Oh, this is bad, Chief.
Huh. What?
What is it?
Huh?
Don't want the vacation after all?
It's not that. Hey, Frederick. With the destructive force that was Justice gone, and Ariels, who tried to use her, captured, who do you think currently poses the greatest threat to the world?
What's this all about?
Just answer.
Huh. Axel, probably? He can stop and reverse time. Science and magic don't got shit on that.
Exactly. If he wanted to, Axel could basically become a god. Why do you think he has those powers?
Enough with the riddles. What's your point?
What if Eno had those same powers?
She doesn't. There's no way in hell.
How do you know?
The world's still turning.
But her powers are still incomplete.
Incomplete? You know something, don't you? Oh. Axel?
Hi, Chief. Hello, Jackie.
What the fuck?
There's no time. Just listen. Something real bad's about to happen in that city over there. I've got no idea what it is, but I'm gonna try and stop it. Meet you there, Chief. Counting on you.
What?
Wow, this place sure has changed. Back during the Crusades, it was wasteland all the way up to that mountain.
Is there something special here?
An old friend of mine.
We're going up against the flame of corruption, you know. Can they really help?
He's more or less immortal, and his weapon works on soul. I can copy it too. Anything else?
I think that covers all the bases.
Thought so.
Is your friend a celebrity?
The price he's paid makes top floor rent look like peanuts. For more than half a century, he's been stuck underground. Rise and shine.
I'll kill you.
Not exactly a morning person, is he?
Perhaps you mean to say you'll erase me. You can't kill someone who's already dead.
God.
Oh yeah, gotta do a check. Raise your right hand.
I refuse.
Okay, now. Let's work that rust off.
I don't know who you are. I have no business with you.
Oh, but I do.
Business with an Undertaker? What an unusual woman.
I am your boss, you know. Assuming you make it through the interview, that is.
You fiend!
Not bad.
What a tepid interview. I've yet to show you what I can do.
And what a mediocre show of your true power.
Hmm? So, you're Knightless.
Look at that. Rust's off.
You plan to make me an accomplice to your evil deeds yet again.
You could say that, I guess. All right, that's one down. Do you remember the next step?
I do, thanks to that long-ass car ride. Mind if I take a little detour?
We don't have much time.
I just want to say hello. There's an acquaintance of mine around these parts.
I suppose this will be the last time. But let me warn you now. Soon you'll be so bored that you'll long for our road trip, but after this is all over, you might start longing for that boredom again.
Only if I have any feelings left by then.
An acquaintance? Oh, I think I get it. He's been stuck underground.
Eno? Oh! It's really him. He's not human. What is he?
You've gotten better. You learn fast, I see.
You could say I finally learned how to stand. What about you? Trying to run before you can walk?
I've seen the Roman Empire fall 3 times now. I'm in no rush.
I'm sure you realize then. The West fell because they lost sight of themselves.
But you haven't seen my face in your textbooks, have you? Well, if you want to erase me from the future too, go ahead. If you can do anything other than eat, sleep, and stress, that is.
That's not who I am anymore. I could bring her here, to this era, right now.
Oh?
Our very existences are the axis of time. If I swap my place for hers, I could bring her here.
I don't know what you're on about. Wouldn't that just make you disappear?
Can't say you're wrong. But still, if I could tell her how much she means to me, even once. Problem is, I've been looking down a cut-off path this whole time. But that's changed.
Good for you. If you have that much power, I suppose you could erase me.
Just stop working with that freaky thing. Keep that up, and you'll never remember how to see your path.
Don't move! Okay.
Sol, Eno's been captured. Police at the scene are taking her into custody as we speak.
At the scene, huh?
Yeah. Something's not right. Be careful.
What is this bullshit?
Eno wouldn't let herself be captured so easily.
Yeah, this isn't like her. Not at all. Huh?
Frederick! What's going on?
That him?
Yeah, just as you predicted, boss. Honestly, I never expected him to get out of the castle.
He's a true anomaly. Ariels may have been a shithead, but we were better off when he was trapped inside her. Now that he's free...
He's that bad?
Bad? No. Problem is, he's too pure. Once you know everything, good and evil cease to exist. This world isn't fit for anything so complete.
And he's the target of Biken and Delilah's ire. Hey, don't get any funny ideas. I told you, we're just taking a look.
Yeah, so I'm having a look. Just a look!
Oh, damn it.
Oh, good. I figured you'd notice me.
What are you doing? Eno's back the other way.
The real mastermind's the one who flees the scene of the crime. It's hard to believe, but it all makes sense if Eno was working with someone.
popular today.
Is that?
I remember you from the victory celebration. Now, this is the first time I've seen your face.
Oh, someone's got sharp senses.
I'm putting you back in your box. Hold on. Those eyes.
Nagoriyuki!
Run.
Gamma Blade? How do you... Shit.
Son of a... Just one thing after another.
Let me handle this.
This is turning into a real party.
With one hand. Such incredible strength. So you're a monster too, are you?
Look away from him! Hachi!
Uh-oh.
Damn it, no! I'm alright. Just let him go. He's not someone any normal person could kill.
Frederick!
Sole bad guy. The god-killing flame of corruption. I better make sure this works. You can go. Nice to meet you. So you're the famous hero.
No, I'm just a freelancer, trying to enjoy his vacation. Huh?
I'm just like you. What keeps you alive, I wonder?
That should be healing by now. What the hell are you?
Happy Chaos. That's my name. But a name's all it is. And I am whatever you see or feel me to be. Except... which came first, the chicken or the egg? You know the question. But do you know the answer?
What?
The omelet. The omelet came first. The omelet is the reason the chicken and egg exist. I could be anything you like, or nothing at all. But I do exist. Anyway, later.
What just happened?
Hell if I know. But I bet Eno might.